Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of Estella's Intuitive Chamber. So, yeah, I have a little bit of a cold. Oh, I don't know if you follow my Instagram page. If you don't follow my Instagram page, I don't know if you're an Instagram person, if you're not good, if you are great. If you want to follow, my name is Estella's Intuitive Chamber. And I do release a lot of like daily kind of monthly updates on energy, astrology, intuition. And you probably known that on the 19th of November, so we had the new moon in Scorpio in conjunction with Black Moon Lilith, with the sun. We had it with Mercury Retrograde. 7 days ago, I wrote a post about, and I said it this way. So Mercury will go back into Scorpio on November 19th, aligning with the sun, Black Moon Lilith, and moon again. Major secrets will be unearthed, and once again, they will cause stir. But truth will be too difficult to ignore this time. And lo and behold, so that was 7 days ago. Lo and behold, now we're the 22nd of November. Today is Saturday. It happened. Like, do you know what happened this week? Surely you do. It starts with E and ends with S. Epstein files were released, and I think so. I think it was either the day of the new moon in Scorpio, or I think was exactly, if it wasn't the day of the new moon in Scorpio, it definitely was the day after it, the November 20th. And I just, you know what? This is why I love doing these updates. I get so passionate about this. So Epstein files were released. We have Black Moon Lilith, Mercury right now, because Mercury went back into the sign of Scorpio. We have the Sun. We have Venus in Scorpio. It's going to bring, because Scorpio is notorious for having this deep, dark secrets. You know, Scorpio is notorious for like hiding their true intentions, hiding what they feel. There's the Scorpio itself. It's like like it's an aura of mystery. It's an aura of secrecy. And you you put all the planets into the sign of Scorpio. What do you think it's gonna happen? It's gonna happen. The Epstein files will be released. With Venus in Scorpio, it's like sexual fetish. It's gonna be a scandal involving sexual stuff. But Scorpio is vindicative and Scorpio is vicious. But I did say the truth will be too difficult to ignore. But what did I mean this time? Because at the moment we have a grand water trine, and the water trine is too great to ignore. It speaks about truth, honesty, high emotions, like literally the Scorpio energy. It's almost like cornered. Scorpio cannot hide anymore. It's cornered. It's like I also feel that this revelation came with the perfect alignment of spiritual energies that the earth needs to heal. I'm looking at people around, and I can't recognize the species that was created. And what have we come to? We have billionaires ruling the world that are pedophiles. They torture people, they torture children, they carry out sick rituals. If you like literally take children and you abduct children, you sacrifice them, you kill animals, you make living beings suffer. What do you think the world is going to look like? What energies do you think are going to rule Earth? So there's a big question up there right now. And when I say up there, you know what I mean. There's a big question up there. Like, what do we do with Earth? Do we annihilate it? Do we bring natural disaster? Do we show ourselves and warn people? Because they've done that with Fatima in the early 1900s. Like, these interdimensional beings are looking at this like, what do we do with the world? What's happening? Like, how do we deal with this? Like, this is insane. We have people ruling the world. Like, they're taking the most innocent form of living, like children, babies, and animals, and they're just making a circus out of it. They're taking they're committing the biggest sin you can imagine. And the world is like, and you know what's funny? And the world pretends like, oh, it's fine. We're all very tolerant. Like, we're so progressive. We believe in diversity and equality, because you still let the billionaires or whoever, whatever you want to call them, you still let them stand in their power and commit the worst imaginable crimes of against humanity. And do you really think there's not interdimensional beings that are looking at this thinking, What do you think we should do with Earth right now? It's gone out of control. It's I do believe that in the beginning, I do believe there was something called the Eden, but maybe it wasn't the way that it's pictured in the Bible. But it was a place where it was meant to be a place of high consciousness, of high vibration, of where souls can really attune and they can grow. But unfortunately, it's by another species, it got corrupted. And now this corruption is gone out of control. It has to end. Now, the big question is, how is that going to end? Is it going to end by natural disaster? Is another species going to come to annihilate us? There's a question of ethical stuff. There's a question like, when they talk about the great salvation, like Christ coming back, it's a metaphor to like, what do we do? Do we like save certain people? Do we annihilate others? Do we bring to a great flood? It's I'm telling you right now, there's a negotiation thing going on at the moment. I think we need to like stop this. We need to end this. It's gone out of control. Then there's the other side that holds a lot of love for humanity and that says, look, we can't let that happen because it's not ethical. It has to, like, humans have to choose their faith. But then again, it's like it's this I don't know, it's this whole dimension, it's hijacked. Like a friend of mine actually said something, and I love to quote her very often. We live in the most unfair game of all. Like this is such a rigged game, and she's so true saying this is such a rigged game. But at the same time, I am very optimistic, and I like to believe that the good and the truth and honesty will prevail. With the grand water trine, this is an excellent opportunity to let these like divine energies work, and they know what they're doing. They're trying to bring balance by bringing out the dark truth, because humanity needs to know about the dirtiest, darkest secrets. Because, like, people say, oh, you shouldn't open Pandora's box. It's true, because when you have a level of honesty and when you bring out the truth, it does kill you sometimes. It does make it very dangerous to be honest nowadays. It does. It's a very, very dangerous path to take. And with Scorpio, the facade has to fall, the masks have to fall in order for Earth to not be annihilated by the natural order of things. Collectively speaking, we absolutely need to wake up before it's too late. And I do believe there's divine power. I have said it last year. I drew tarot cards and they surprised me because there was a protector that holds a very, I'm not going to name this because I don't want to I don't want to give it a name, but there's a very masculine energy, someone that loves Earth, that has monitored us for a very long time, someone that possibly created us. Now you can interpret this the way you want to interpret it, and it's completely fine. I feel there is someone with masculine power that is going to come back and will this entity or whatever this is, this being, holds so much love for humanity, so much, like, it loves us because we are his children, we are created in his image, and he will not let anything bad happen. I think he's the one holding the door for, like, no, we cannot annihilate Earth, we cannot annihilate this existence there, because this being sees the qualities in us that he created in the beginning. It has potential, but we can only work on potential. We need to action. We need to like work on it. And until we get that into our heads, we're always going to be divided. We're always going to, it's a meal that's a bit too big to chew. How do I chew a meal so big? It goes beyond everything, really. And this spiritual power that we have at the moment, it is beautiful, because if you really tune into it, you will be able to harvest not only the most beautiful messages, the apparitions. It's the truth that has to come out, and it's very nasty and it's uncomfortable, and people are like, no, 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 I don't want to hear about it because it's so bad and it makes me cry. But we have to deal with it. We cannot ignore it. That's why I said it's the truth that will not be able to be ignored so much. We cannot. We want to ascend. We've got to acknowledge everyone's pain. We've got to acknowledge everyone's darkness. We've got to acknowledge, it's like, you want to cast out an entity. You want to cast out a troubled spirit. You've got to acknowledge it. You've got to know its name. You've got to put it into the light. It cannot manifest itself. It cannot go away unless you acknowledge it. You say, you command. So it's the truth. It has to come out, and I'm telling you right now, we've got another week until we've got another week. So Mercury retrograde is officially ending on November 29th. But we also cannot forget that Mercury retrograde, its shadow period starts 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after. So not only do we have the Epstein files being released, there's going to be another thing next week. November 26th is currently coming strong. Why is it coming strong? And when I look at the aspects, is going to, is it November 26th or November 27th? November 27th. Venus opposed Uranus. There's going to be more. November 27th, the moon will square Venus. The moon will square Uranus. So it's kind of the last. There's going to be more secrets revealed, more sexual scandals, more secrets to be revealed about people of power's sexual orientation. Not that it matters, to be honest. Who cares? Who cares about sexual orientation of people, really? But it's an important stepping stone to understanding how the elites and how social hierarchies are working within our system. Because while nowadays it's normalized to have different sexual orientations, why are elites hiding theirs? Why are they pretending that they're something they're not? So this is the big question. This is the mask that will fall, and will be connected to a sexual scandal, and will be connected to Scorpio is also deep government secrets. I'm also seeing that with this big water trine, there's going to be an apparition of some sort somewhere in the world. Then after that, we got another 2 weeks of the Mercury retrograde, which kind of ends around the shadow period, will end around the 6th of December. But we will have to go through another week or two of major revelations. This is political scandals. This is sexual scandals. This is scandals in terms of like plotting certain assassinations, plotting certain death, and it's scandals that involve, that are for higher spiritual purpose, because they align the energy of what's wrong, the energy of what's bad. It aligns it, but at the same time, it makes people question, like, where is the good in this world? Where is the justice in this world? And I think it's come to the point where people are really gonna start taking things into their own hands, and Neptune in Pisces will make sure that it clouds the judgment of many, that will give them dreams that are like, oh, it really confused me. I don't know what to think about it. Like Neptune has this ability of like clouding your mind, your judgment. It has this ability to make you really fatigued and to give you dreams that like make you wonder what's wrong with me. Like, why do I have these dreams? Like, is something wrong with me? But it's all kind of like the big play before the circus is taken down. It's the big play before it's like it's almost like the big play before the biggest enemy is annihilated. Um, so that's all for me from now, and I will definitely come back in around 2 weeks to read more energies. Thank you for watching.